Finding the right planner can feel like an endless journey, but achieving planner peace is possible with a little bit of guidance. So before you go out spending a ton of money on multiple planners or accessories, here are 18 things to check to ensure your choice fits your lifestyle and needs. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel and thanks for joining me for another video. This is Marquita from AtHomeWithQuita, and here I share tips on how to plan a balanced life. So if you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing. So in today's video is going to be all about finding planner peace. This is another video in my series called Planner University, where we take you through exactly A to B in terms of choosing the right planner all the way up to finding planner peace. We do videos in random order, so today is the end part of the process, which everybody wants to have, which is planner peace. You want to feel content with your planner setup, but we're going to kind of reverse it a little bit because I feel like it all starts at the beginning of the process. So that's why I'm sharing 18 things that you can check before choosing a planner. So that way, hopefully at the end of this process, after building your dream planner, you have planner peace. And if I'm honest, sometimes that changes. You could have planner peace right now, and then tomorrow or next week or next month, you could feel completely different with your setup. But if you implement this rule of 18 things, even when you don't feel that way and you feel like you need to change your setup, implement this again for that next planner setup, and hopefully again you'll have planner peace at some point. And it's just an endless cycle for some. And some people, once they find planner peace, that's it for them. So I'm gonna just share with you how you can do that on the front end. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, y'all, size matters, okay? When choosing a planner, the first question to ask yourself is, what size do you need? Are you looking for something small, lightweight, or portable that you can carry everywhere? Or do you prefer something larger with ample space for organizing everything? Maybe you write big. So from work to personal goals to health, cleaning, meal planning, blogging, and more, do you need to fit all that in your planner? Think about what you need and think about how you intend to use your planner. And keep in mind that if you plan to track spending, cleaning schedules, and other household tasks, a separate household binder might be a better option for you so that you can avoid overcrowding your daily planner. So I've pulled a couple of different or a few different popular sizes. Of course, this is not every single size because y'all know there are a ton of sizes in between this, but these are some of the most commonly sizes that you've seen within the planner community. Okay, so first and foremost, let's talk about the big size planner. Okay, the big size is big. It's a letter size planner, so she's hefty, okay? And some people may feel like they need this size. For me, this was a little bit too large, but for some of you, this is perfectly right, okay? So this is going to be ideal for you if you need a lot of space for writing. Now, you may not be able to easily toss this in your work bag. You may or may not, just depends on the size of the bag, of course, but this is the largest size planner that is offered, okay? And again, if you write big, this is gonna be perfect for you because there is a ton of space here. As you can see, you can add all the stickers that you want. You can write pretty large in my opinion, and it's going to be able to fit your needs if you feel like you just need a little bit more space. It's offered usually, from what I've seen, in coiled or disc bound planner. So this is the disc bound planner system, and it suited me for a little bit, and I just felt like it just became too large to carry around. And this is actually the Martha Stewart cover, which is gorgeous, just in case you guys were wondering. And then these were Happy Planner inserts. Of course, in our shop, we have the same big size inserts. And so if you feel like that's just something you need, we have that as well. And then I just added some dividers here in the back. Okay, so this is the largest of the sizes, and I'm going to compare it for you up against classic size, which we'll talk about next. Okay, now this classic size does have a cover on it, so it is a little more bulky, so I'll slide it out of the cover. Isn't that cover gorgeous, y'all? This is from Fancy Plans Co. This is a full Fancy Plans planner. This was my faith planner at some point, and so that is just a quick reference in terms of size. So classic is still on the larger size of things. So this is the next size that still gives you a lot of space to write, just in case, again, you need more space. you have larger handwriting, or you just may have a hard time seeing and you just need a larger format. So this to me is the sweet spot, because again, for me this is a little too large, but a lot of people use this big or letter size, but there's also a ton of you who use classic size. So just a little quick size reference there for you. Okay, and so just to show you one of the pages so you can kind of see how the calendar looks. All right, and you can see how much you can fit within this planner. Okay, now the disc size is what's going to determine how many pages can fit, but in terms of the space on the boxes, that's going to depend on the size of the planner itself. Okay, and so this is classic size. I feel like most of you fit within this classic size category, and let me give you one more side by side, because I feel like a lot of people don't really realize how big the big planner is in comparison to the classic size planner. It's rather large. And so these are my two favorite in terms of when I feel like I just don't have enough space. I need something a little bit larger. And this is great for those professionals. Both sizes are really. So if you need a larger planner, you know, for a work planner, these are great options for you. Okay. So these are the two biggest sizes in terms of what most planner companies offer in terms of what size you can choose. Okay. I'm going to also show you Skinny Classic next, and I'm going to put that up against Classic. I'm going to move big out. You kind of get the scale with that. Okay, and so here is Skinny Classic. And Skinny Classic is basically half of Classic, okay? I'm kind of trying to go in size order. So just keep that in mind as well, so that you could kind of you could work from largest to smallest. So again, Skinny Classic is just half of Classic. So you can see it's kind of cut off there. So this still gives you a lot of space. It doesn't work well for me in terms of a planner. I feel like this is better for those who just maybe want to have like note taking and things like that. So this was my list planner, so I had a lot of different sections here, and it just worked very well to just be able to write vertically. I don't feel like the boxes for the calendar is always the best in this particular layout, so keep that in mind as well. But I do love this size, and so again, you want to consider that when choosing it on the front end, because look at what I have put together within this planner. I've added inserts, I've added dividers, I've added, you know, a bunch of different stuff in here, and I built this planner. And so it would be a real bummer if I did all of this work to build this planner only to come back around and say, hey, I don't have planner piece. It's not working out for me. So that's why all of the things that I'm mentioning to you are things that you want to think about on the front end. Okay, so this is Classic and this is Skinny Classic. All right. So here are the next two sizes that are kind of comparable to each other. Either someone's probably going to choose half letter or they're going to choose A5. All right. A5 comes with rings, although within our shop you can do a half letter rings planner, but most people don't. And you can do an A5 disc bound, which a lot of people do. Okay. And so usually A5, when you think of A5, you think of but usually when you think of A5, you think of rings. Okay, so this is kind of the next size. And half letter and A5 are not too far off of each other in terms of size. Half letter is a little longer, whereas A5 is a little wider, just a little bit, okay? And so this is what you think of when you think of an A5 planner. It still gives you a lot of space to write within the calendar layout, as you can see, but I'm not a big fan of the rings. I'm just not. I love to be able to not have to do this to pull my page out. I just want to rip it out. And then I just feel like sometimes things get caught on the ring when you're flipping it, and I'm just not a ring girl. But a lot of you are ring girlies, and I love that for you, okay? And so this is a great option. It's a great size. Half letter, in my opinion, is the perfect size. And when you think of half letter, you do think of a disc bound planner. You don't really think of a ring bound planner. And so that's why I opted for half letter over A5. But again, they're very similar in size. So let me show you. This is my current planner. So as you can see, if you line it up, and you probably can't see from there, and maybe you can see from here, in terms of the width, it's just a smidge off. So if I put my finger here, this is the edge of half letter, and then that's where A5 begins. So you just get a little teensy little, maybe half an inch. My husband knows all the measurements, you guys, because we print inserts. So I should probably know the measurements of everything, but I don't, okay? I'm the designer. And really, because I'm a designer, I should know even more, right? So that's not helping my case. But he can tell you off the top of his head, oh, that's that by that. So anyways, I'm just rambling at this point because now I feel like bad that I don't know the dimensions of everything, okay? I'm gonna get it at some point in life. But I do know what's bigger and what's smaller in terms of all of the different sizes. I just don't know the numbers. So I believe it's maybe about a half an inch bigger. And then again, half letter is taller and A5 is wider, okay? But the sizes are very similar. So if I put it up against the insert, you'll see there's a little more space there. All right, but half letter is longer, so there's going to be a little more space there. All right, hopefully you can see it stops here. All right, so just so you know, A5 and half letter are very similar to each other. But basically, I just want you to know that these sizes are pretty much the same, with the exception of just a little bit of space either vertically or widthwise. And yes, you can get this in disc bound within some shops, some you can't, some don't even offer A5, but usually when you are getting an A5 planner, it's because you want it ring bound. All right. So here is, I keep mostly all of my planners, you guys. This is an old business planner. So at some point I was using a ring bound planner, and then I probably say, hey, this is not working for me. And this is a Filofax cover, just to mention that because I know some of you may ask. But otherwise, most everything you're going to see is from Fancy Plans Co. Okay, half letter is my absolute, used to be a classic girly, but now I'm a half letter girly, okay? I feel like it's the perfect size. It gives you the perfect amount of space on the weekly spread. I don't write super large, so I don't need that much space. I just need just a little bit. And on the calendar, I feel like the boxes are perfect. Half letter is just perfection to me. So that's what I choose to work within. Okay, so here's kind of how that looks for me. And I've been slacking off this month with using my planner, you guys, so don't judge me. But half letter and A5 are very, very popular sizes. And all of them that I'm showing you right now really are the most popular again. So there are some sizes again in between, which we won't mention in this video because I don't have them. But just do your research when it comes to sizes. But again, that's how the two different sizes, A5 and half letter, look side by side and on top of each other. All right, just a little bit wider and just a little bit taller. Okay, so next up we have mini and skinny mini. Okay, so skinny mini is the same as skinny classic, which means it is half of a mini size. So if I do it like that, you can see the difference there. Now, mini is a great size too. So this was, or is going to be, my business and social media planner. This was previously, just did a video recently on this whole setup, if you're wondering, because she is looking really, really good and I'm really excited to use her in the upcoming year. So mini is going to be a little bit difficult for those who have larger handwriting, of course, because the calendar doesn't give you that much space. That's how it looks. And then here's how it looks, just to give you a comparison to the half letter, which is my favorite size. So you can see the difference in how big the boxes are, because it is quite a difference. Okay, still gives you a good amount of space, but the box is just a little bit larger, and the space is going to give you a little bit more space to be able to write in. Okay, and of course the other sizes are give you even more space. All right, but mini is a great for those who maybe feel like they don't have a lot of plans. They don't have a lot going on in life, although I feel like most people think they don't, but they really do. Okay, it's also great if you just want an on-the-go little pocket planner, purse planner to just throw in your bag. You don't need something super hefty. You just want a little bit of something to get you started. Maybe you're new to planning and you don't feel like you need all the things. You just want, just some inserts, maybe dividers, just a couple of things to get you going. And then you don't need a ton of space to be able to write things out. This is going to be a great planner for you, okay? Again, not a lot of space to write in, but it does give you a good amount of space. And then just think about, again, how large is your handwriting, because though to be able to write in this space here might give you a little bit of trouble. Okay, so here's a quick comparison to skinny mini. All right, again, skinny mini is just half of mini size. So if I put this insert up against this, it'll be exactly split in half. Okay, skinny mini is a great size for a purse planner as well. And this is the size that I use for my personal purse planner. It's great to just toss in your bag. So is mini. Mini may not be a good idea for a work planner if you work outside the house. Again, I am using this for work because I have small handwriting, and I just feel like to have two large half letter planners is going to be an issue for me. I just kind of wanted this sort of look. Plus, I already had it set up from before. Okay, so Skinny Mini looks like this. So you see how small the boxes are? It's not going to give you that much space to write in, but it does give you some space. And depending on the inserts, you'll be able to track whatever you need to track. It's just that, you know, writing in it is going to be a little bit tricky if you have small handwriting. And again, just like the Skinny Classic, which I'll bring out again for you just so you can see for reference up against the Skinny Mini. And y'all, we try to add a versatile amount of different inserts to the shop. So a size that we created is Skinny Big, okay? So the big planner that I showed you earlier, I don't believe anybody has a Skinny Big. So, and we don't have like a Skinny Personal or a Skinny, we do have a Skinny A5, which is the same size as half letter. So the inserts are the same size because it's, again, just a little bit off. So it's going to fit both of those planners. And then we have a Skinny Big, we have a Skinny Mini, we have a Skinny Classic. So we try to do all of the inserts in Skinny, which is considered a half sheet for us, because you guys know that I love stacking inserts. So like within this system here, you'll see, I believe I have some stacked inserts. I love being able to stack like this. So this is a half sheet. Okay, so this is the same as this. It's not, well, it's considered a half sheet within my mini planner, but it's really a Skinny Mini insert. So I love being able to just pop those in just so you can kind of see a peekaboo of another insert behind that may, you know, just stacking is always fun for me. And so, so I'll use these within my planner system within the various sizes. So for my half letter, it would be the A5 and half letter half sheets, which we have available as well. So we try to do a skinny in all of the sizes. So big, of course, would be half of the big. All right, so I'm just mentioning that to you as well because I'm just showing you this comparison side by side, Skinny Mini and Skinny Classic. And again, it stands true with what I said with the Skinny Classic earlier. I feel like it's the best for like list making, you know, because you're just literally just writing vertical down the page. So it's the same with this. It's just a great little list making planner, but because of the size of this one, it's not as easy to toss in your bag, although you could. This one is easier because of the size of it, okay? But again, as you can see, because of the size, you're gonna have to really squint and really try to see if this is the best size based on the size of your handwriting, okay? So again, Skinny Mini is half of Skinny. So Skinny Mini is half of Mini, all right? Great size as well. So there's Mini with Skinny Mini. And then again, we talked about half letter along with A5, which I'm putting them together by the comparable sizes or, you know, kind of like what goes with that size. All right, and then we have again your Classic with your Skinny Classic, and then the biggest size of them all, Mini. All right, and there's a lot of stuff in between, okay? But these are the core sizes that most people work within. So again, size matters. So it's important to check not just the overall size of the planner, but the actual dimensions of the pages, which we talked about before. And also, y'all, planner covers often extend beyond the page size. Okay, so as you can see, the cover is going to extend beyond the page size. There's a little extra space over here off to the right, okay? And so just confirm the measurements of the pages themselves, and this is especially relevant for ring bound planners where the inserts tend to be smaller and the cover can be quite bulky. So, and that's one reason many people kind of avoid them, okay? Additionally, make sure to consider the planner's duration, all right? Because that does impact the thickness. So for example, an 18-month planner is going to be bulkier than a 12-month planner. And similarly, planners with 1 day per page are going to usually be significantly more paper compared to those with weekly layout spanning, you know, over 2 pages. So decide whether you need a compact planner for portability or you need one larger to manage work or personal tasks or hobbies. And just because I ended up finding a personal size planner, I said, let me just show you a quick comparison with the personal size and the mini size. Personal is usually going to fit within the A5 type thinking. So it's going to be a ring bound planner, okay? So this is the same cover as the A5 cover that I showed you from Filofax, except it's in personal size. So just to give you scale with A5 and personal size. As you can see, it's quite big. Okay, so personal size is going to tend to be rings just like the A5 size, all right? And I'm gonna show you the difference in size with the mini, just so you can see, because it's very, very similar. But again, when you think of a personal size planner, you don't really think of a disc bound planner. So you're not gonna request it to be disc punched. You're probably not. Okay, you'll just go with the mini size because again, of how similar they are in size. This is skinny mini, okay, just so you can see that as well. All right, skinny mini is just half of mini, as I keep mentioning, but let me show you the inserts compared to the personal size. All right, you can see it's very similar in terms of the height, and the width is, you know, maybe about an inch or so off. All right, so this may be a great option for you if you just need a little more space than what this offers. And then the personal size is definitely smaller than mini. All right, so I'll pull out a page just so you can see. So you can see the difference. Mini is wider and mini is a little bit taller. Okay, so mini would be a size up from personal size. But I definitely wanted to show you this because this is actually one of the most popular sizes as well. For those ring bound users, you're usually gonna do an A5 or you're usually gonna do maybe a B6, a personal wide or a personal. And personal wide is just a little bit larger or wider than personal size. It's like the skinny mini to the mini. The personal size is the skinny mini to like the mini, but in terms of the personal wide, okay? So it's just a little more narrow. The personal wide is a little bit more wide, okay? And they do have covers for those as well. And we have all of those sizes in our shop, but I just wanted to show you the personal wide size because this is also a great little purse planner. So this was my previous purse planner until I got my new purse planner, which again, I did a video on my channel for, so you can always check that out if you wanna see my new purse planner. But this is a great size as well, just to be able to toss in your bag. A lot of people, and most people, don't use this for an everyday planner, in my opinion. We don't see a lot of it in our shop. Most people use this for just a quick toss in your bag type look, okay? So I definitely didn't want to not show you the personal size, especially since I had it on hand. So this goes with all of those other planners that I showed you in terms of the most popular sizes, okay? Again, it's going to be a ring bound planner, all right? It's not typically a disc bound planner. Okay, so next up, what sort of binding style do you like? Now there are some options that you can choose from, and we're just gonna go through the ones that I have here on hand, and I'll talk to you about any of the other ones that I may not have on hand, but this should cover it, okay? So first up is my absolute favorite, and that is the disc bound system. The disc bound system is so awesome for multiple reasons. First and foremost, you can fully customize your planner exactly the way you want. You can build your planner from scratch, and it's going to be exactly what you need. Again, we're talking about finding planner peace. So anytime you can build a custom planner, that's always a good idea, okay? And so I'm gonna show you the genius of the disc bound system. Now, I believe this was created by ARC. I know Martha Stewart had hers, I believe before the Happy Planner had theirs, which is the company that everybody is most widely known as the Happy Planner. But they did not come up with the disc bound system. It's been a thing for a long time, and I actually had built me a custom planner using the ARC system a long time before I even got into the Happy Planner, okay? So just a little history lesson for you, okay? And if you know who developed that system, I know I can Google it. Comment below and let us all know, all right? So the disc bound system is amazing, and it all starts with the discs, okay? These are all little individual discs that are separate, and then you'll grab your cover and then you'll put the discs on first, and then you start building from there. Most shops have all types of elements that you can add. So these are all individual elements that I have added to this planner to really build it and make it custom and make it work for me, okay? So you can add whatever your heart's desires. And the beautiful thing about this planner, which is what everybody loves about it, is this. Okay, you can pull the pages out, relocate them, take them out all together, or switch it up with different inserts. So I love the whole disc bound system. It doesn't come out, very sturdy, easy to turn, and just a genius thought. So whoever thought of the disc bound system is just a genius, because I just love to be able to, maybe I don't want the work section right here. Maybe I want the work section in the back now. You know, maybe I want to pull something forward. Maybe I want to remove something. It just gives you so many more options. So that's first up. Disc bound system. You can custom a whole planner just like this, okay? Next up is the spiral planner, okay? I love a good spiral planner from time to time. As you can see, I do use it for my budget planner. Not a super huge fan of spiral planners, although some companies are making it where you can pull the pages out. Most often when you think of a spiral planner, which some people love, okay, because of this lady right here, people love. This is an Erin Condren planner. So she started this whole coil planner movement. She didn't develop the technology, but when you think of a coil planner and who kind of was a game changer in the industry with coil planners, it was Erin Condren. Okay, everybody loves a good Erin Condren planner. So this is her system. She is making some things customizable and offering like these little things where you can attach to different inserts and booklets and stuff so that things can move around. So I love that she's doing that. I know she's got a ton of stuff. She's even got a new planner. I don't remember the name of it. It's a ring bound planner that you can kind of move things around, kind of like the disc bound system. And so I love that she's being innovative in that. And so this can come out if I wanted it to, or you can put slits in your pages to make it to where you can remove it like that. I believe there's also a punch on the market that you can grab. For me, it's just, I don't want to have to do all that. I just want it to be already like that. Okay. And so this is a coil planner. Again, the pages are just in here. And some people like it like that. The way the planner is itself, the pages that are within the planner, they like it like that. They don't need any new pages. They don't want to move anything around. They did their research on the front end. They saw the layout of the pages. They love it. They bought it. Okay. And they don't need a new cover. They love everything the way it is. That's the mindset that I feel like most people that get coil planners have, is that they just love the planner and they don't see a need to make any changes with that. And if they do, they'll just buy a new planner, because that's really what you would have to do. Okay. So this is the next type of binding, which is what we're talking about. First was disc bound. That one was coil. Okay. Let's talk about ring bound planners. And you guys already know I've used them in the past, but not a big fan of them. I talked about why earlier, just cumbersomeness sometimes of moving the page, turning the pages, they get stuck. Sometimes the rings get separated. I have to do like this to take a page out, and I don't want to have to do that. You know what I mean? But this isn't a custom option as well. So this will allow you to do the same thing as the disc bound planner system, which is build a planner from scratch. And I think, again, customizability is the best. If you can find something where you can make things your own, I'm always big on that. So as you can see, I did split the pages because I'm in the disc bound mindset, and I just like to be able to move my pages in and out quickly. I didn't do it with this one, so I would have to open the rings up. And as you can see, the rings are perfectly intact, but sometimes the pages just get stuck, and that to me is frustrating. I want things to move smoothly, but this is a great option. Again, if you want customizability, you want to be able to just kind of build something, make it your own, change the cover out, change the inserts out. This is a great option for you. Okay. So that's another binding system, which is called ring bound. All right. So wire is very similar to coil. I don't have one on hand. And then spiral is the same thing as coil in my mind. Okay. I have two other ones. This kind of binding, I'm not sure the name of it, you guys, but it's basically where there's glue, and Erin Condren has planners like this too. I'm sorry, I don't know the name of the binding, but basically there's glue on the inside here. There's a whole process to it. And then it's bound like this, like a hardcover. And then your planner is in here. Of course, this is just a notebook. I did at one point have the Erin Condren new planner that's just like this. I can't think of the name of it. But again, I'm using all Fancy Plans Co. stuff now. But this is a type of binding that some people like. To me, it's not a good, or one that I'm a big fan of, because it sometimes doesn't lay flat like that. And then I can't remove any of the pages. So it is what it is. Now this is in the system where, like I talked about with the Erin Condren, how you can put slits in the pages and how she's becoming innovative with making inserts and things being able to be removed. This, you can't do it at all. If this was your planner, it's just, this is what it is. Also, there's typically maybe 1 to 2 bookmarks. And I like being able to have top tabs and all types of stuff within my planner system. So this type of binding would not work for me, but for some of you it does work. But you want to consider maybe you're the type that this would work for. So just think about that as well. I'm just giving you all of the different binding options. Okay, and then also there's what's called Traveler's Notebook. The binding is a little bit different, a lot different actually than what you've seen. It's kind of similar maybe to this, kind of like a booklet binding. And again, I don't know the technical terms for this, but basically this is how it looks. So it's like a booklet that's stapled together. All right, it's usually stapled like that in the middle, and then you have all of your pages. And the cool thing about Traveler's notebooks is that it usually comes in like little individual notebooks like this. And then you'd add your wrap paper if you want to make it decorative, and then you'd open it up like this, and then it has these little bands like this, and then you slide in and you stack them, because sometimes you only have a certain amount of rubber band loops. Okay, and you kind of stack it in like that. Okay, so if I can show you from the top, you see all the various little rubber band loops, and you'll just wrap your inserts, your booklet around that rubber band. All right, so for me, this is considered a binding as well. All right, these booklets are bound with a staple in the middle. All right, so I'm not sure again the technical term of this. I do know this is a traveler's notebook, and when it comes to traveler's notebooks, this is the binding that they use. All right, so this is another binding that may work for you, and as you can see, I've used it all. Okay, so we've got the traveler's notebook style binding, we've got the hardcover book sort of binding, we've got the ring bound binding. Then we've also got the coil or spiral or wire binding, however you want to call it. And then we've got my baby, the disc bound system. So this is all of the major types of binding that you'll see when it comes to planning. So again, my favorite style is the disc bound, specifically Fancy Plans Co. Okay, because this is the system that you'll have the ability to add, move, rearrange pages as needed, and it's just my favorite type of planning system. So if you found a planner system that you like that only comes in ring bound or spiral bound, ask the company if they'll make the pages unpunched, and then you can punch them yourself at home. Again, Fancy Plans Co. allows you to be able to have any sort of size, punched, unpunched, disc bound, or hole punched. Okay, so if you want the half letter hole punch, you can do that. If you want the A5 disc bound punch, you can do that. Okay, if you want the mini size disc punched, we got you. Okay, so we pretty much do it all because we understand that having the ability to customize your planner is a game changer. And y'all, once you choose a binding style, the next question you want to ask yourself is, what size discs, especially if you're thinking of the disc bound system, because that comes in a lot of different disc sizes. So these little things right here come in so many different varieties. This is 1.50 and it fits a lot, but there are 2-inch discs. There are 1.25-inch discs. There's 94 millimeter. I mean, there's so many sizes. And so that's all going to depend on what you're tracking in your planner, how many subjects you want, how many pages you want. You want to consider the size of the discs as well, okay? And if you're in doubt, just get the larger size discs, okay? That way you have the space to grow and you have the room to add those extra pages like habit trackers. And especially if you like planning with stickers, all of these are going to add bulk to your planner, okay? If you're buying a ring bound planner or using maybe some mini binder, be sure to see how many holes, so the spaces in between, because for the personal size and the A5 size is going to be different in terms of the spacing in between the rings. So for the A5, that spacing is going to be a little bit different than this spacing, okay? As you can see, it's just different, all right? So I'm just giving you all the information that you need to know to be able to make an informed decision, because you want to make sure that if you buy inserts and then you buy a cover separately, that everything's going to line up properly. All right. So let's talk about, so now that we've talked about the binding styles, let's talk about the planner layouts. Okay, so when it comes to planner layouts, they come in 3 main styles: vertical, horizontal, hourly, okay? But don't get it twisted, there are a ton of different layouts that you may want to consider as well, okay? So really quickly, I'm going to show you those 3 layouts just so you can see how those look. And this is just how ours look, okay? And it's gonna be pretty much the same type of concept when you look across the board with other companies. And y'all, I'm sorry about that little glare there. I love it when it's like this though for photos, because it's very aesthetic, but it's not really working right now for this video. So I'm gonna see if I can close the blinds. Okay, hopefully that's better. All right, so first up is the vertical layout. This is kind of where it all started when the planner community was adopted or developed or whatever, when it started. Most people used a vertical planner. Okay, so the boxes look just like this. Again, it's going to look different across the board with different companies. It may not have the black box here. They may not have the lines here. It's just going to look different. But this is the basic concept of a vertical planner. And that's that you have a box here, a box here, a box here. People were doing morning, afternoon, and evening. And the boxes are, you know, kind of long, a little bit less wide, and it's on 2 pages. All right. So this is just a very simple, basic vertical layout. Okay. People would put a full box in here. They would put a checklist there. I mean, there was just various different ways that people would use this sort of layout. It's very good for those who just need a basic planner and you like writing. You just want to write everything. You want to kind of maybe put some lines in the boxes yourself. You want to add some decorative elements because again, it's just very basic, plain, and you can customize the pages the way you want. Okay, so that's vertical. And just in case y'all didn't know, at this point, we might have about 20 layouts in our shop. And I'm thinking about creating a wellness planner and then one more all-in-one planner layout. And then I think I might be done, okay? And then we'll just continue to tweak the layouts that we have because 20 layouts is crazy. It's crazy. I know, I'm very well aware, but I like options. I like giving you guys options. So these are all of our different layouts. I did a whole layout video, so I'll try to link that here. I know we're talking about 18 things, so I'm kind of jam packing all of those things in one video, but I did do a full how to choose the right layout video, okay? So I'm just going to show you the horizontal, but I had to pull this whole stack of layouts so I can find it. Okay, I'm going to show you 2 different layouts just so you can get the sense of what a horizontal planner looks like. When you think about a true horizontal planner, where it all started, it's going to look like this. This is just your basic horizontal layout. Okay, and a lot of people plan like this. Again, it's going to look different from company to company, but this is the basic idea of it, is that you are planning horizontal. See, all your space is horizontal. Okay, so this is one of our horizontal layouts, and then this is another one of our horizontal layouts, and we love them both. One is all on 1 page and one is on 2 pages. But again, that's the idea of it. So this is called our horizontal dashboard. So we combined the dashboard layout with the horizontal layout. A lot of people love this layout because they like the best of both worlds, okay? And then this is just your true horizontal layout. So these are the 3 main types. Again, your vertical layout, your horizontal layout, and then I'm going to show you now the hourly layout. And I'm going to show you a few different as well, only because we have them available in the shop. But when you think about an hourly layout, it's going to be this same concept here that I'll show you. I told you guys I was trying it out for myself, but basically you're going to see the time of day, boom, and then you're going to see lines or boxes, whatever you want to call them, so that way you can write in those tasks. You're going to have your days of the week, and you just go to town with writing in or mapping out your day based on time. Okay, so this is one of our layouts here, and then we also have another one that has the times actually in the box. This is a favorite layout of a lot of people because the time is in the box already, so you don't have to scroll across. I think this is such a clean layout. But if you just need to be able to see the time in each box, this is going to work out very well for you. So this goes from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. This goes from 12 a.m. to 11 p.m. This is by the half an hour. This is by the whole hour. Okay. And so you'd have to split the box if there are tasks that fall within the half an hour. All right. So that's the second layout, and then we have another one because we're extra. And this one's very similar to this one in that the times are within the lines there. As you can see, you have a place for the top 3 at the top, some notes on the side, and you can really map out your day with these layouts by the hour, if that's how your brain works. My brain doesn't work like this. I am trying it and testing it though, just to see if I can make it work, because I know that time blocking is a game changer for a lot. It's just that for me, I like to just know what I need to do. I don't need to know what time I need to do it, okay? So those are the 3 main layouts. I also want to talk about one more layout, which I do feel like is a main layout as well. I just want to talk to you about the 3 ones that people pretty much use the most, which is vertical, horizontal, and hourly, but also daily. A lot of people really work well by the day. So this is our daily layout. We do have another layout, a newer layout, which I don't have with me right here. And so basically what the daily layout does is it allows you to map your day out, okay? So you can put all the tasks that you need to do at a daily level. I like my weekly spread because I just need a little line to be able to write in, and plus this really bulks up your planner because you have 30 or 31 days or 28 days, however many days are in the month for every single month. So your planner is going to get super big and bulky. So just take note of that as well when considering. But some of you may need to break down your day very detailed. And so that's where your daily planner is going to come into play. Okay, so after having tried various styles, when I say various, I mean various. So this is a planner that I keep, I keep all of my favorite layouts that I've done. And I also keep in here any sentimental layouts, but I have tried out everything. Okay, this is the dashboard layout. Okay, I've tried, and I try to just keep it fresh just because that's just who I am. And sometimes I get bored with my planner, and changing the layout can be just the thing that you need to really kind of get you back on track. This is the vertical line layout. So everything is just vertically lined. Okay, this is kind of like the hourly without the hourly. Okay, so I've used this layout. And that layout works very well for me, especially in business and social media, okay? And I just pop in here different layouts that I like to, that I've tried before that have really been inspiring to me, so I can come back and recreate some of those layouts. This is the horizontal, we have so many that I can't even think of it. It's the week on one layout. And so this basically has everything you need for that particular week on one page. And I really love this page because it really lessened the bulk of my planner. And I did add a lot of different like hash sheets and things like that to really track all of the things. But all of my weekly plans are here on one page. So from my priorities to my weekly spread, to my tasks, to my things I need to buy, my dinner plans, everything's on one page. So I love this layout, and I stuck with it for quite a while, as you can see, and I made some really pretty spreads. This is how the page looks without any stickers on it. Okay, and then I moved on. I'm that person that just likes to try new things in their planner system. This is our weekly all-in-one, which has slowly become one of our most popular layouts because everything is all here as well, similar to the one that I showed you with everything on one page, but it's on 2 pages. So you have your important, your habits, a calendar, your top 3, your menu, your weekly plans, a place for tasks, and just random notes and things like that. So I love this layout as well. So there's just so many different layouts that we have available in our shop and other people may have available in their shop. This is the teacher layout, which you don't have to use as a teacher layout, but as you can see, the days of the week go here. You could also use this box for like appointments, like maybe priorities, and then you have a place for the different subjects. So this is like for school or for teachers, math, science, social studies, so on and so forth. But as you can see, I used it for my social media. So I have shop and business, YouTube, short videos, affiliate, all of the planners really at the bottom of it, at the end of the day, are interchangeable. So just because one says teacher, you can use it for whatever you want. And so just remember that as well. Don't get stuck to the name of the actual layout, okay? And so I'm all over the place when it comes to mine. I just like to try different things because it's so fun to just see what works in the moment. All right, so choosing the right planner layout is super important. All right, now let's talk about daily planners versus weekly planners. I hit on it a little bit earlier. Remember when I showed you this daily? I personally prefer the weekly planners because I can see everything that's happening on 2 pages. So here is how that looks for me. Again, I am using a hourly for my regular planner, but this is for my work and social media planner. So your week is on 2 pages. All the boxes are here. This is everything for the week will be all in this area on both of those pages. Whereas again, the daily is going to be all on one. So this has your schedule, your reminders, your to-do, your whatever that daily planner looks like for you. So I personally prefer the weekly planners. Daily planners have too much space for each day and I don't need that much space. But you need to consider if you need a daily planner or if you need a weekly planner. Okay, you also want to consider a Sunday or Monday weekly start. Now, most planners, and this is so weird, and maybe we'll change this eventually because some people have a whole problem with this. Doesn't bother me, but now I am starting to question why this is the case, and our shop has just adopted this itself. But most monthly planners are going to start on Sunday. Okay, check the listing of that particular product to see what it says because a lot of shops are coming around with offering one that lines up to what the weekly pages are, which usually is going to start on Monday. I know it's weird, right? So do you prefer the days of the week to start on a Sunday or a Monday? Again, most planners have the weekly spread starting on a Monday. Monday is my personal preference, so the weekend isn't split, because if you have a Sunday, because as you can see here on the monthly calendar, Saturday's here and Sunday's here. So that would be the same when it came to your weekly spread. So for here, it would be, Saturday and Sunday. I don't like it like that. I like my Saturday and Sunday right here. And so eventually, hopefully, we'll be able to match that up. And then that way, if you want a Sunday start, you can get a Sunday start. If you want a Monday start, you can get a Monday start. Right now, this is just the way things are. So I like to be able to see that entire week in front of me. Okay, and then I like to see the weekend at the end. That's just what works for me. But consider your preference. Do you like a Monday start or do you like a Sunday start? Okay, you also want to consider the time of year that the planner starts. So there are two main times of the years to buy planners. At the start of the year in January, the calendar year, or mid-year around July and August, which is the academic year. So if neither of these suit you, or if it's April or October, between seasons, and the planner you bought just isn't working for you, it's a good time to try an undated planner, which is what we have here at Fancy Plans Co. All of our planners are undated. That's another thing to consider, because for me, dates don't work. I know some of you want us to add dated planners to our shop, but y'all, it's gonna be a whole thing. And then if we don't sell all of those dated planners, we have to chuck them. You know what I mean? So it just works to have everything undated. So as you can see, you come here on the calendar, you fill in all of your dates. We have date dot stickers that you could add that perfectly fit in the boxes. And then you'll write in all of your tasks. And that just works so much better, because you can start your planner whenever you want. You don't have to think about all the things that I just talked to you about: calendar year, academic year, when planners are released. You can just buy an undated planner and start it whenever you want. Okay. Also, number 7 is the layout of the monthly calendar. Okay. For me, so most planners these days have the 2-page monthly calendars, which I highly recommend. Some have a 1-page, this is how that looks. And I do like a 1-page situation, just depending on what I'm trying to accomplish and what I need it for. But this is how that would look. Okay. Month on 1 page. So everything's right here. The monthly boxes, they're going to be a little bit smaller, and you'd write in all of your monthly plans here. I like the 2 monthlies because it just gives you more space to write. Okay, I'll see you later. Love you. So it just gives you more space to write. So as you can see, I have 2 pages to be able to write everything on versus the 1 page. Okay. And so again, consider that if you have larger handwriting, if you're super busy, maybe if you're not as busy, maybe this may work for you. Okay. And so this is going to be the way most planners are, with the 2 pages, but you can also most likely you'd have to buy an insert like this to be able to have that 1-page look. Most planners that you buy are not going to have the month on 1 page. They're going to look like this. Okay, so just consider that. All right, what's going to work best for you? Because this right here is going to leave you very, very little space to write. Okay, so just consider that. And also you want to think about the sizes of the boxes. Okay, and that's all going to be determined by the planner size, which we talked about earlier, and then also the color of the months. So we used to have it like this, and we made the change based on your recommendations. We listen. And so now when it comes to the monthly planner, it's all neutral. Okay. Whereas back before, and I think this planner may have those pages because this is the older layout. As you can see, the boxes are shaded. So just look at everything, because you may not want the boxes shaded. I feel like this worked, but you guys wanted it taken off. So that's what we did. We just took away all the colors, okay? So just think about that as well. So if the months are colored and you're obsessed with color coding, this may not be the thing for you, okay? You may need something like this, so that way you can really see those colors pop out. All right, also the page orientation. So landscape, okay? There's some inserts that come like this, and they'd be this way. And then there's, of course, most are going to come like this. So think about the page orientation as well. And then we also talked about the day of the week that the planner starts on. Most planners are going to start the weekly spread on a Monday or, Sunday. Most monthly spreads are going to start on a Sunday, weekly on a Monday, but you can opt for a Monday start if that shop has that as an option. Okay, so let's talk number 8 now, which is going to be all about printables versus printed. Okay, so of course, all of this is printed. We do offer some of these inserts in a printable version, and we've been doing Freebie Friday every single Friday, which is going to be no different for tomorrow. Super excited about the insert that you're going to get for tomorrow. And we're working on building our printable shop, okay, to where you can just go in and you can just download a printable. We also do have a printable subscription that you can get, and any insert that is in our shop is available as a printable. If you don't see it available in that moment when you try to download it, you send us a request and we will create that insert just for you, and it'll be available, of course, for everyone else at that point. So some planner companies do offer only printed versions of planners, and some offer both, like Fancy Plans Go, okay? And so you may be that DIY type of girly, okay? Again, do you, okay? So if you're that type of person that doesn't really like to buy inserts because they can get expensive, you just want to print it off at home and you want to be able to have access to print it as many times as you want, then you definitely want to be a printable girly, okay? And maybe you're a hybrid of both. But if you're that girl that doesn't want to print anything at home, get somebody else to do it, you just want to buy printed inserts that are already ready and pre-punched for you perfectly, and you just want to put them in your planner, then you want to be a printed girly. So whoever you are, just determine that on the front end so that you can have a game plan with how you plan on printing or purchasing inserts, okay? So if there's a digital version of a layout that you can print and you can kind of test try it at home, that's also a great way to think about it. So that way, you don't have a bunch of printed inserts that you've purchased that you're not going to use because they're not working for you, okay? So we're moving on to number 9, which is all about the planner cover. As you can see, I have a beautiful hardcover on my planner. We have hardcovers in our shop. We have laminated covers in our shop. There are vegan leather covers. There are snap-on covers, which is what this is here. We have something similar in our shop. It's our snap-in cover that's like a light gray. I thought I had it on my shelf over there. It's so gorgeous. It's got little polka dots on it. I almost feel like I need to go get it to show you the beauty of it. I wish I had it up here, but I don't. But it's kind of like this. So it's a snap in. So this is just one piece. It comes in 2 pieces, and that way you can just snap it onto your planner. Okay, there are what's called our frosted and clear plastic covers. There's so many different covers. Okay, so your planner cover can say a lot about you, and it can really help you to personalize things. A hardcover is going to be one of the best options. A vegan leather cover also, because it's going to really protect what's on the inside here. Okay, whereas if I just had this out, although it is a hardcover, so it's going to hold up in terms of bendability, if that's a word, but it may end up getting scratched, and a lot of wear and tear will show on that. So just really try to consider what's the best cover for you based on how you're going to use your planner. But there are just so many different types of covers. I'm just showing you some of the different options. So as you can see, it really helps you to personalize your planner, to really make it your own. So here are some things to check. Does the cover go on top of the tabs, or do the tabs stick out? That's a big thing for me. Okay, so as you can see here with this cover, the tabs stick out. Doesn't bother me so much, but just know that your hand is going to touch those tabs before the cover. So what happened with this is that our mini covers were reformatted, but I always take the rejects. So of course I have this on my cover or on my planner. So eventually I will remove that and put the correct cover on. Also with these covers, they make it to where you can see things underneath. So do you like a stacked look? Do you like, that sort of vibe? Like you got to check, see what your vibe is. These kind of things don't allow anything to peekaboo through. It's just the cover is the star of the show, okay? So does the cover go on top of the tabs, or do the tabs stick out? Think about that. Also, do you want a colorful or do you want a neutral? I'm a neutral girly usual, okay? Hence this right here. But again, there are so many different color options that really allow you to personalize your planner. So what's your vibe? Are you a neutral girl? Are you a colorful girl? Also, can you personalize a cover? Can you add your name when ordering? We do have our new personalized covers. So now you can completely customize your hardcover or your laminated cover, okay? To however you want, okay? Also, can you change the colors and patterns of the cover? And can you add a photo to the cover? Those are all things that you want to make sure you check and to see if there's an additional cost to personalize the cover. Most companies do factor in the cost into the planner. So with the Erin Condren planner, she has so many different options for you to be able to customize things. And that's what I love about it, is that you can fully customize your cover and make it your own. And I think that that's important, because I feel like when you have a customized planner that you really love picking up, that speaks to you, it makes you want to use it more. Okay? All right, so that's number 9. Let's talk about number 10, which is all about paper. I'm not a paper snob, but it's certain type of papers that just work better for me, okay? And it's gonna be different for you. So now I noticed that Erin Condren's paper is different. It's a little bit thicker. I don't have to have this little thick bougie paper, okay? I want my paper to be thick enough, to where the pen doesn't bleed through, because that's a consideration when thinking about the paper, is that you want to make sure that when you write on it, you don't see it on the other side. And that's also a pen issue as well. So it's not just about the paper, but the paper here is a little bit thicker and just different, and the color is different. So ours is a true white, whereas she does have a little bit of a different hue to hers. It's like a kind of a undertone, a cream undertone. Okay, and so it's not super, it's smooth, but it's got a little texture to it. All right, so every company, of course, is going to be different. Okay, so it's no different with us. Our paper, again, we did a lot of research on the best paper. Maybe in the future we'll explore some other options, but we always get so many compliments on our paper. Okay, so the thicker the paper, the less likely the pens are to bleed through the page. Whereas, of course, if you have a thinner paper, then it's going to bleed through. And that's also going to be solved with just a quick pen test. I like to use different types of pens in my planner. And so I'm always testing things out to see. And as you can see, I did use the Papermate Inkjoy, not the Inkjoy gel, but the Papermate Flare, which is like a felt tip pen. And so it's almost like a marker, and it didn't bleed through. So you definitely want to test the paper with your favorite pen. Gel pens are typically going to be just the best, okay? So bleed through means that ink is going to be clearly visible on the back side of the page, and you can't write anything on that because it has bleed through. So like a Sharpie or something like that is definitely not going to work with most papers. You'll also want to look for planners with bright white paper. Again, I just showed you a comparison. I'm not, of course, saying anything's negative or wrong with her paper. That's just what works for some people. Love that paper. They love her planners. Our paper is just a true white. So not, just to show you, because I'm across wrong, but you can still see your ink very clearly. You can still, you can see the difference in the color, of course, but it's not so much to where, it's going to throw off anything with the colors, even if you color code or anything like that. It's just a slight hue, and you may not even be able to see it here, but I can definitely see it in front of me. Okay, so if you want a true white, just consider that. And again, I am advocating for Fancy Plants Co. Okay, of course I would, but I'm not, telling you that you have to get our products. I'm just suggesting to you and comparing, because our products is all I can compare, unless I have something on hand like this to where I can compare that to. But I don't want to sound like a sales video. I'm just tooting our horn because I love our stuff, and I'm the owner, and I just want to let you know what's available. Okay, and so true white here, in terms of the paper, you're going to be able to see your pen clearly. It doesn't have bleed through, again, depending on the pen. You just want to consider the type of paper. We use a very smooth, not super thick, but thick enough. It's not printer paper, and it's a few levels up from printer paper. Okay, so that's probably one of our most complimented things about our insert, is that people love the smoothness of the paper. They love the bright white of the paper. They love the weight of the paper. So that's something that you'll definitely want to consider. Okay. All right. So let's talk about adding on pages. You want to consider that. We talked about the Discbound being my favorite system because of that reason. We talked about all of the different systems where you can add and remove pages, but just in general, you want to think about whether or not you can add or remove pages, even if it comes to a coil planner. If you're just more of a coil girl, see if you can remove things. Can you reposition things? Maybe it's not the paper, and maybe you're not concerned with the inserts, but do they have add-on pages? because maybe you might need a whiteboard, or maybe you might need, notes pages or password logs or contacts that may not be included in the planner itself. Can you add something on to be able to track those things? So very few planners give you the option to have add-on pages, like extra notes pages. Sometimes, there's only a certain amount of notes pages within this planner, and that's usually at the back. So they give you a notes page here, but maybe you need more notes pages within your system. That's why I love the Discbound system, okay? But consider or find out if you can do that even within those different other types of planning binding systems. All right, now this one is majorly important when it comes to ring-bound planners. So especially if you're new here, you're not really aware that with the ring-bound planner, just because it says ring-bound doesn't mean that it is a personal size or an A5 size. There's other sizes, and some people make their planners ring-bound, but like a custom. So Erin Condren has like a custom ring-bound planner that is specific to their system, okay? Which means that the rings look different. There's also A6, there's A7, all of those are considered ring-bound planners. There's Carpe Diem, there's Webster Pages, there's Filofax, Kiki K. You wanna make sure that it's all going to match up, okay? So if you buy inserts from one company that says personal size, and then you go out and you buy a Filofax, is it going to match up with the inserts that you bought, okay? Even if the pages of the inserts itself is the same as the number of holes. So if it looks in the picture like it's 6 rings, again, this A5 is 6 rings, but the personal size paper is not gonna fit in here, and this, of course, is not gonna fit in there, okay? So just be sure to check before you drop a lot of money on those inserts. And if you buy the wrong ones by accident, you can add washi tape if you want to repunch the holes. But it's just something that we're thinking about checking into on the front end of things, all right? Number 13 is there a free sample available? There's sometimes where you can go and, a company will send you a free sample of something just so you can check and you can try it in your planner for free. I haven't seen that a lot, but one thing about trying those free samples is that you don't get to test the binding style. So, if that is an option for you, I say, do it. And then also printables, if that company has a printable, so you can, but that only allows you to test the layout, doesn't allow you to test out the quality of the paper or the color of the printing or anything like that. Again, most places don't offer a free sample, but if you see that that is available to you, then definitely take them up on that free sample. All right, you also want to think about shipping, okay? Because shipping can get quite expensive, especially at this time. I noticed that even for us as a shop owner, our shipping costs is a lot, okay? Of course, we charge you true to what we pay, but if it increases, it's because of the USPS and UPS, not because of us, okay? So does the planner company have super high shipping? Also, do they ship internationally? We do. Again, how expensive is that shipping? Is it cheaper to purchase a few planners and split the cost of shipping with other people maybe? And then also, does the planner ship there? You may do all this research, love this planner, and just to come to find out that they don't ship to you, okay? So consider shipping. Again, it's usually based on weight. So if you ordered a lot of things, going to, climb and climb. And so maybe you just want one big order, especially if you live internationally, because that shipping cost is just going to be, it's always going to be high. And so just fill your cart with all the things, and then just do one big order, and that way you're done for the year, for 6 months or whatever that is. But just check the shipping. Just again, cost. Does it ship internationally? Does it ship to you at all? Okay, let's talk about minimal versus colorful. Okay, there are some planners that have color everywhere. You're not gonna be able to see that today because I don't have any planners that applies to. All of the planners I have purchased in the past or that we have in our shop are all neutral. Okay, and when I say neutral versus colorful, let me tell you what I'm talking about. Every single insert within Fancy Plans Co. is black, white, or gray. Okay, there's absolutely no color unless I myself have added the color via a sticker. Everything is neutral. Okay, so who are you? Okay, what type of girly are you? Are you a colorful girly or are you a neutral girly? Okay, planners tend to either be one of each, very colorful or very minimal, black and white only. And as you can see, hints of gray for us. Okay, if you're not sure what your style is, I recommend going with a minimal style because you can always add your color, your washi, your tape, your color pens, your highlighters, all of that can be added. Okay, so as you can see, Again, planner pages are very neutral, but I've added a lot of color. So I still am able to show my style. This is a super old planner, you guys. I'm wondering what is even in this planner. Okay, so I'm able to add a touch of my style. Okay, this is a cloth and paper spread. This is one of my favorite spreads, you guys. Okay, so you can see my personality through the colors that I add, but I really, in order to be able to do that, the planner pages have to start out being neutral. Okay, and this, again, this is an old planner, but I'm going to show you how the pages look. But you can see over the years, I have personality, I have style, I love stickers, I love color. It's just that it needs to start like this. Man, this is deep. This is how our layouts used to look, you guys. We used to have notes, goals, important dates. This font was different. That's crazy to look back. That's 4 years ago. Crazy. Okay, almost 5, I guess, right? Oh my gosh, that's how long we've been in business. We've been in business for a long time. This is like one of our first spreads. I remember coming down, creating this spread, so excited that I was able to create a planner. And as you can see, this was dated. That's crazy. Okay, so anyways, let me get back to what I was talking about. For me, it has to start out like this. Now, if I had a planner that already had all of this color on it, then there's nothing for me to contribute because it's already got all the color. So what do I need to do? Just write in my plans. And again, some people like it like that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that, you know, you need to consider who you are and what your style is. So if you like planning using stickers, you want to go with a minimal. So that way it's going to look good no matter what. Everything goes, you know, with black and white, of course. The stickers won't be clashing with the other colors that you already have on your planner. Okay. And if you're using the printables, you want to probably also apply the same thing, a neutral color scheme. And that's also going to save you on printer ink. Okay, so minimal is the best way to go because then you can really jazz it up with your sticker choices. All right, and I was trying to see if I had anything that was colorful in here so I could show you how that looks, but I don't, besides the stickers. Okay, so the stickers will be able to really showcase your style, but you want to start with that base of minimal. All right. We're up to number 16, and that's habit trackers, accessories, and all the extra stuff. Okay, so from pockets to storing your planner stickers, to pin loops, to extra inserts, to page markers, to stickers. Did I say stickers already? There's a planner add-on for anything and everything these days. Okay, so we've got highlighters, we've got pin loops there. I have little charms here, your planner cover, your sticky notes, your discs of choice, your little paper clips. I mean, you can add on a ton of different things. Vellum, to really personalize your planner. I like to add my notepads in here as well. Again, sticky notes there. Flower, paper clip. There's so many different things that you can add. Dividers. I have pocket folders here in the back. The planner community has come a long way in terms of all of the different extras that you can add on to your planner. Okay, so when buying a planner, make sure to check what accessories are and aren't included. Okay, a lot of times you only get the discs, a cover, and the inserts. If you want anything additional, then you'll have to add that on. Okay, do you want them built into a planner, or are you okay with paying the extra and adding them on to the planner yourself? So some examples are, you know, some planners come with a pocket for storing stickers in the back. Some come with a sticker page. Some come with a pin loop, while others don't. So these are all things that you want to check. When it comes to a coil system, it's the same. Usually it comes with the coils. It comes with a planner cover, and that's it. Sometimes, well, okay, so just do your research to see if and what you need within your stuff, your planner, that you want to actually be included and what you're okay paying extra for. And then also check if there are any coordinating extras. Okay, so sometimes you'll be able to get a planner that has stickers that come with it and things kind of coordinate with it. There's a whole collection for it, which typically is what we do. So like we have our Moody Aesthetic collection. For this collection, we have covers, we have vellums, and we'll eventually be adding other things. So that way everything coordinates. If you're the type of girl that loves to coordinate your planner, and when you change things out, you want everything to flow. So as you can see, this goes with the collection. So that way everything stays cohesive. All right, we're up to number 17, which is all about planner stickers. I love planner stickers. I use them all the time for all of my spreads. Most of the ones that I've shown you in this video today have stickers on the spread, okay? I think it just really brings the planner page to life. It really makes me want to use that planner spread, and I love adding stickers. And most companies have stickers, and you should be able to use stickers with any planner system out there, okay? We have a ton of them in our shop, and when it comes to planner stickers, how does your pen write on that sticker, okay? Glossy is going to tend to work for most pens, but sometimes I find like a Sharpie pen or something like that is going to work best for my stickers if I want glossy. And then also transparent is a little trickier to work with too, so you may want to just stick with a matte sticker. And there are just so many different planner stickers. And most shops, I feel like, started as sticker shops, and then they started to add other things to their shop. And so we've got 2 sticker books here. We've got date and script stickers here. I mean, stickers are like a game changer for your planner spreads. And so again, you want to decide on the type. There's usually glossy, there's usually matte or transparent, which we have all 3. And any sticker sheet you see in our shop is offered in those 3 types of stickers in terms of the texture. Okay, and so if you're a sticker girly or if you just want to add stickers, just do a little bit of research in terms of the paper. Again, we talked about paper quality, the sticker quality, to make sure it's going to work, and then also based on the type of pen that you're using. Okay, lastly is that you want to read and watch planner reviews. YouTube is a big place to do that. Hello, that's where we are now, okay? And so I prefer to watch videos of planner reviews, so that way I get so much more out of my planner, because there's tons of little tips that really make the most out of your planner and that most people don't mention when writing maybe a blog post that you may read. So I love watching like unboxing videos, and I want to really sense, you know, how that person really feels about those planner items that they purchased. You know, of course, some people are just going to kind of just tell you what you want to hear, or they're just going to kind of say things that maybe they're an affiliate. And, you know, or maybe you may feel like that about me because I'm the owner. I'm a little biased because I just love our stuff so much. And I actually use my planner, and if there's something that isn't working, I change it. And you're not even affected by it because I've already made the change. I've done the research on the front end. But I love to hear people give their honest opinion about their first impressions with the product. And that really helps me to see if I want to buy that product or not. So do some research by watching YouTube videos, reading blog posts. I do feel like watching YouTube or social media videos is always going to be the most productive way because you can really see someone flip through the pages, touch the pages, talk about the pages, and you can hear the enthusiasm in their voice. So that's a great way on the front end to do your research. Again, we're trying to do that on the front end so that way at the end of the day we can have planner peace. So of course, make sure to subscribe here. Make sure to stay here because that's what we do here. It's all about planners and productivity. But go subscribe to your favorite channel and just binge watch all of the videos to see what they love about those products that they're sharing. And that'll help you to be able to make an informed decision. And you can even set a planner up similar to theirs. You see that they have planner piece. You want that same planner piece. And so just get inspired through social media. Okay. So now what if you can't find the perfect planner? After all of this that I've shared today, you've tried all of this and you still haven't been able to find the right planner with all the tips and tricks and things that I've shared with you today. There's one more option that will guarantee you the perfect planner that suits your exact needs. And that is making your own planner printables, okay? I am a big advocate for DIY, learn how to do it yourself. And so what I would suggest you doing is going into Canva and finding a template, tweaking it a little bit, and then printing those pages at home. That is the only sure way to be able to have a fully custom and true to you planner that's really, hopefully, going to give you the planner piece that you're seeking. So try that if you've exhausted all the other options and see how that works for you. All right, so that's it for this video, guys. We have talked about everything. 18 things that you can do on the front end to make sure that you can get that planner piece that we all seek. And again, it can change. One day you've got planner piece. That's me right now. But tomorrow I could be a whole different girly. Okay. And then the next week I can be another different girly. Okay. It's just all a matter of what you feel in that moment and doing what works best for you at that time, okay? We all change, we all evolve, we all need different things at different times in our life, and we want our system to work for the season that we're in. That's what it's all about, okay? So hopefully these 18 things really helped you to be able to find things that you can do to help and make sure that you choose the right planner for you so that you can find that planner piece, okay? So thank you so much for watching today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. You were inspired in some way, which means you'll give me a thumbs up. I also hope that you'll consider subscribing to my channel if you're new here. And as always, I would love it if you came back and watched another video, in which case I'll see you then.